What is up, everybody? Just wanted to give you a quick update. For those who have subscribed, welcome back. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to it. Just a quick update on the SC, my wife's IS, and Vic's IS. So I'll go ahead and start with my SC. Last night almost had a blowout. Stopped at a place, and when I went to go look at my tires, something just caught my eye, and the whole tread section was about to separate from the tire. It was pretty nasty. I'll go ahead and drop a picture here for you guys to see. So unexpectedly, I had to drop up almost about $300 on two front tires. Here they are now. These are, for those who are wondering, BF Goodrich G-Force Comp 2s. It's an all-season tire, but I got them on the rears also. They look pretty sick, a little beefy. Anyways, so that's kind of like bad good news. I mean, yeah, I had to drop $300 unexpectedly on tires, which sucks. But hey, I got new tires up front, so yay. Another thing for this SC300, I went ahead and bought some brakes. So I noticed my brake light was starting to come on while during hard braking, or extreme turns, kinda. So with that said, did some shopping around, and at first I was just gonna throw some pads in it, some like Duralast gold pads from AutoZone, and call it a day. But you know what? If I'm gonna do brakes, I'm gonna do it the right way. Found an amazing deal on LS400 brakes, calipers, rotors, and pads for a very good price, brand new. I couldn't pass it up. So not only that, it's just gonna be, everything's gonna be brand new, and it's gonna be upgraded. The stopping power is going to, from what I've read on the internet, is going to increase drastically. On top of that, also got the Goodrich braided lines for front and rear, so I'll go ahead and do that as well. What else? SC's running great, no issues at all. It's AC's blowing cold, she's driving smooth. When it was on the lift at Tire Kingdom getting the tires on, I did take a peek underneath. Automatic transmission pan is leaking a little bit of fluid there, and my right rear shock is basically just covered in oil. It's fucking blown, which I'm not really surprised. Original shocks and springs on the car has now 182,000 miles. Whatever, I can't complain. I did notice the car was a little bouncy in the rear. Anyways, aside from that, SE is good. That's it for that. And let's see, Vic's IS300. So, what everybody wants to know, what's going on? Moved the car over to my place, my garage, in my apartment complex. As you probably know, it's just a one-car garage. I got a bunch of other shit in there. Christmas decorations, my kid's bicycle, my barbecue grill that I'm not allowed to use. So it's a tight space, but I'm getting it done. We got it in there. Wiring. Right now I have started the engine harness. The engine harness is laid out. All the plugs are labeled. I have figured out, well, I'm still in the process of figuring out which plugs to eliminate. Obviously, because he's running Haltech, O2 sensors are going, and because and the airflow meter plug is going, the plugs for the automatic transmission are out of there, or they're going to be. I haven't started that yet. And basically, after I eliminate all that crap, then it's time to plug everything in to where they go and figure out the best way to put those plugs through the firewall to start extending it. And my goal is either to put the ECU under the passenger seat, or I gotta run this by Vic first, but this is an idea that I had. I gotta ask him first, but he's probably gonna see this video before I call him. So Vic, let me know what you think. Since the airbag system is in op, it's gone. Obviously he has an RD, so the steering wheel airbag is gone. The crash sensors up front, I eliminated those from the car, and as well the plugs from the harness. And it's an 01, so it doesn't have the A-pillar airbags, the side curtain airbags, or anything like that. So there's only one airbag left in the car, and that's the passenger side airbag. I want to try to see if I can remove that airbag from the dashboard, put the ECU and the Haltech in there, in that space where the airbag goes, and then somehow take the cover from the airbag that looks like the dashboard, take it off the airbag and put it back onto the dashboard to cover ECU and Haltech. That way it's easy access to plug in the laptop for tuning into the Haltech, and you know, and in the future if he wants to go full standalone AAM or you know whatever, it's right there. Just pop the cover off the dash. Hey, there's a computer. Cool. So Vic, let me know what you think. And also, those of you watching, let me know what you think too. You think that's a better idea than sticking it under the passenger seat? If it is, drop a comment and let me know what you think. Should I put it under the passenger seat so it's hidden? Which, mind you, if I do that, it's gonna take a lot more wiring. I'm gonna have to run that wiring harness all the way down under the carpet, under the seat, and with it behind the dash, it's less wiring, or less length of wire. It's the same amount of work, don't get me wrong, but less length, and I think it'd be a lot cooler. I just pop that cover off and hey, there's the ECU. What else? I picked up from LRB Speed, which is a company that they make a lot of aluminum parts for SCs and a lot of other cars too. It's really cool to check them out. I'll drop a link in the description. Anyways, I just picked up a couple of those radiator intercooler cooling plates that go up top. You know, when you open the hood, you see nice little aluminum panels there. It's really just cosmetic on a bone stock SC. They really don't do anything because you have all that plastic ducting that goes to the radiator and condenser and all that. But for me, it's cosmetic. So, anyways, they came to me raw aluminum. Which is cool because you know they pretty much give you the chance to do whatever you want to customize their product. So you're like, you know what? I already have the aluminum radiator in there, and I have these cooling panels. I was trying to decide on a color. I was like black. I was like, black you won't really see them. They look OEM, and I wanted to stand out a little bit, but nothing crazy. I'm not gonna paint them gold or white. Black would have been too OEM-ish, and white or gold would have been way too fucking gaudy. So I was like, you know what? I called up the powder coater. I was like, hey, can you spray these with like a clear powder coat? He said, yeah, no problem, bring it down. And I did, dropped them off, and he texted me today, said, hey, your panels are ready. You go in and pick them up. So I'm gonna head that way now. It's about a 10-minute ride from my dad's house where I'm at now. Go pick up those panels and show you what they look like. Stay tuned. All right, leaving the powder coaters now, and I got the plates with me. They look sick. Let me show you right now. There they are. They're all wrapped up in saran wrap. He always does that at school. Just you know, protect them when you're transporting and whatnot. Anyways, we're heading home right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap these, throw them in the car, and see how they look. All right, see you there. All right, what is up, everybody? It's the next day. Had some errands to run after I left the powder coaters, so got pretty dark outside. It's fucking daylight savings time. Anyways, I'm back in my garage now. Wanted to show you guys what's going on with Vic's car. Basically, the engine harness is all laid out, more or less where everything is supposed to go. These are O2 sensors that gotta be removed back there as well. Alternator and crankshaft sensor are down there. All the injectors, VVTi, solenoid, knock sensors are down there, obviously, oil pressure sensor, you know, etc., etc. This bundle here is for the transmission, and these are all the ECU plugs down here. So basically from here I got to figure out which ones are the neutral safety switch and the reverse lights. Figure out which one are those are in this bundle, which ones I need to jump, eliminate the rest. And then once that's all said and done, I can start dissecting this section and moving it back that way towards the firewall. And once I get ready to do that, then I can continue running the chassis harness ECU plugs back up into the firewall. Yeah, this fucking thing is still here. And anyways, I had the SC here. We're ready to put in those LRB cooling plates. Basically, one's gonna go right here. Then one's gonna replace this plastic one, which is a nice little tray. I'm gonna miss it, but it's gonna look a whole lot better. So with that said, let's go ahead and get these unwrapped and get them on the car. So here they are unwrapped. Not painted, just have a nice clear powder coat on them. It's really smooth and has a glossy look to it. It's really nice. They did a really good job at custom coatings. I'll leave a link to an Instagram down in the description. And another thing too, LRB, I'll leave a link for these two to the website. I think it's just a guy and his wife, really. They have a CNC machine, I guess, or a, what is it called? I don't know what. I have a brain fart right now, but I think he does everything in his house. Just him and his wife, which is pretty cool. Support small businesses. They give you hardware. They give you all the hardware you need to install it. This came with it. I believe this is probably going to be for the smaller one that goes closer to the radiator. And this is going to be for the larger one that goes up by the bumper. There's that. I already took out the OEM plastic tray here. It was just 4 screws, which were these right here. So don't need those anymore since we got hardware. So let me go ahead and figure this out, because I left the instructions that came with this inside my apartment that is way over there, and I don't feel like going all the way back. So I don't know, it seems simple enough. I think I can figure it out. Let's get started. Alright, so basically front plate is already installed, kind of. I did notice I had to remove the rubber weather stripping that goes across the front here, and I just had to loosen these screws just a little bit in order to get this panel to tuck in underneath this metal bracket just a little bit. So once I loosened those up, this metal plate from LRB was able to slide right into place. Now it didn't come with these. This is something I already had in my car. As you can see, they're all over. Just something I bought on a whim. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these back down, reinstall that weather stripping, and the front plate's gonna be complete. Alright, the front plate is installed. Got the weather stripping back in there, and because I didn't have to use their hardware, I have just any of these pretty sweet Allen head bolts with washers. They're really nice. I'm just gonna hang on to those. I never know what I'm gonna need them for. Maybe I could use those for something else later on. But here's the hardware for the rear plate that's going to go right here in front of the radiator. So obviously it showed you they brought those like those metal coarse threaded kind of self-tapping screws. That's not going to look very good on those plates and in my engine bay. So for this, I'm actually going to use the hardware they sent me. Those are going to go to my scrap bolt fastener pile. And let's see what comes in this packaging real quick. Alright, so for the rear plate, this is what we got. 4 studs, 4 washers, 2 of these nylon spacers, 4 nuts, and 2 of these metal threaded clips. So I kind of already have a general idea of what's going to happen here. So those 2 metal clips, I'm going to assume replaces these. I'm going to have to take those out, slide those clips in because they're threaded for 10 mil. These are just threaded for those coarse thread screws. I'm not going to need those. And the 4 studs, or actually, and then the 2 studs are going to go in one here with those metal clips, and then 2 more, I believe. Let's see. Yep, are going to go. And this hole that is fucking cracked, and I had no idea it was. And this one, I'm gonna have to be careful with this. I might not tighten that one down all the way, but yeah, that is broken, isn't it? Right there. Oh well, we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. So first, I'm gonna start by taking these out and installing the studs. And we'll get there right now. All right, so those 2 plastic clips were getting kind of stupid, so I kind of had to destroy them. No big deal, but I got them out right there. So now we can take these metal clips and we're just going to slide them in place like that with the threaded end on the bottom. Like that. Take stud and just thread it down in there. I'm not gonna know how far, which is pretty cool. You can see the end of the stud has an Allen shape cut out of it, so you can stick your Allen wrench and adjust the height to however you need it. Then stud in here. Pretty sketch. Let me go ahead and find out what size that is so I can get an Allen for it. Alright, we got the studs all situated. Top of the stud is going to be a 3mm Allen. Your 2 nylon spacers are going to go on the 2 center studs. And that's it. We're pretty much ready for the plate to go on. Just line up your holes. Drop it in place. Now what's cool about this is for the guys that don't have AC, or you're not using the factory coolant reservoir, they have options on their websites where you can have this completely blank without the cutouts for those. Obviously my car is original bone stock, unmolested, so still have AC, still have my factory coolant reservoir. So this piece fits beautifully, just like OEM. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the washers down right now. Drop the nuts. So what I'll do now is I will, once I get these nuts down by hand, I will use my Allen to continue to thread in the studs so that the top of the stud sits flush with the top of the nut while the nut is seated all the way down to the plate. That way it won't be sticking up, possibly damaging my hood. because it might be sticking up too far up. Anyways, let's figure that out right now. There we go. I could live with that. Straighten out just a little bit. These are the plastic ones, so be careful not to go crazy with this one. I'll leave it just right there. I'll say the most important ones that have to be fastened are the ones at the end. Just be careful with these two middle ones, because remember, they are threaded by plastic, and you don't want to mess those up. Here we go. Drive that all the way down. So I think I'm gonna need my nut, a 10 mil wrench to hold the nut while I tighten the stud to make sure everything is locked down in place. But man, for the most part, it's looking really good. I'm really happy with how it came out. Alright, there we have it. Install is complete. Very happy with the final results. Looks really good. They also sent me a cool LRB sticker. That's definitely gonna go on my toolbox. But you know, of course, I had to add my own flair to it. Like I said, you know, if your car is bone stock, you know, and you still have all the plastic factory ducting behind the bumper, you know, this is more of a cosmetic deal. Maybe this one, you know, if you still have your plastic tray, this is definitely a nice upgrade. But this one's strictly cosmetic, but still looks amazing. I love how it looks. But if you have a full-blown drift car and you just ripped all that shit out to make room for an intercooler or whatever, then I would highly recommend getting these two pieces, because it's going to help direct that airflow and force it through the radiator instead of coming up and over, which is going to cause your car to have cooling issues. I hope you guys like it. And you know, it's nothing special about this car. It's bone stock, but you know, I love it. She rides good, and I'm going to take care of it and do little fun things to it just to kind of make it my own. But yeah, really fucking cool. Thanks, LRB. You guys did a great job. Customs coating, powder coating job looks amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna continue pushing on this IS300. I just don't want to record myself doing a bunch of wiring, because that's not very entertaining for you guys. I will make sure to continue to post videos containing important information I think everybody should know if they're going to tackle this project, like little tips and tricks. As I do this, I'm going to record, but I doubt I'm going to create enough content to make a you know, proper length video for YouTube. If you don't see any content from the IS, don't worry, I'm still working on it. It's I might be uploading different content from either my car, which the brakes are coming in soon, and the IS, my wife's IS300, so in between. So keep a lookout for that. Hopefully the next time you see the IS is going to be a lot more progress that's done. And you guys stay tuned for that. Drop a comment if you like it. Don't forget to check out the links below in the description for LRB speed and custom coatings if you live in South Florida. And on top of that, check out my Instagram. And that's pretty much it, man. You guys have a good day. Enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday. I know that's coming up soon. And I will see you guys next time when I do the LS400 brakes. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks.